sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
Come on, man. We serious here? I use pledge and donation synonymously. That's garbage, man. And what Johnny Depp's lawyer should have done right then and there is say, hey, Mrs. Heard, do you agree that Webster's dictionary sets the ground as the basis for defining words in the English language? It's an FU question, right? Amber Heard has to say yes. And then what Johnny Depp's lawyer could have said was okay, well, Webster's dictionary defines pledge as, open quotes, a promise or agreement, end quote. Then you ask Amber Heard, would you agree with that? Amber Heard would say yes. If she said no, she looks horrible. And then goes on to say, and donation would be the making of a gift. Would you agree? And Amber Heard, again, would have to say yes. So pledge is a promise. Donation is an actual gift. That's a huge distinction. And right then and there, what Johnny Depp's lawyer could have gone into and then said, and Mrs. Heard, isn't it correct? You had no intent of donating the money to the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. What you really wanted to do, Amber Heard, was make a statement that made you look like Mother Teresa. Is that not true? Again, an FU question. It doesn't matter what Amber Heard says to that question. The jury sits there and they're like, yeah, this lady is crazy. And then you could have followed it up again and said, Mrs. Heard, what other statements or words have you made in this trial where you use them synonymously to mean something else? Again, you can call into question the entirety of her testimony, because if she wants to play this words gamesmanship, then play it with her.
I hate you over and over. Hate you.
We're talking about someone who drafted an op-ed and posted in the Washington Post. So you no longer can sit there and say that this is embarrassing, that this is private. You're the one that made it public. So then when you're on the stand testifying about it, it has to come across credible, and it just doesn't. Do I believe Johnny was saying like, I effing hate you? 100%, because he probably did. Okay, look at it. Again, horrific. Zoom in on her face again though, and let's look. There is no tears. Her face is as dry as it can be. Okay, so maybe you say, well, some people don't cry. Okay, but they don't cry over the most horrific of allegations against someone. That's how she presents. That is not credible. I do not believe a jury is going to find her credible. And just the way in which that she's talking about it. Listen, if someone was violating you with a bottle, I think you'd clearly remember. I think you'd be emotional. I think you'd be somber on the stand. You'd be upset, yes, but this upset is not authentic in my opinion. It is not. They're crocodile tears. She's putting on a performance for the jury, and I see exactly why we haven't seen her in more movies, because she's a horrible actress. Even right here, she's horrible. When Johnny testified, you compare his testimony to hers, he was cool, calm, and collected. He was presenting the truth. I believe she's making shit up.
And if you'll notice, my right hand is in my pocket, so I wasn't participating in the Festival of Ice Cream.
Depp's right hand was clearly jammed into his pocket in the picture, and that is why he was not participating in the Festival of Ice Cream, which clearly gave Depp the upper hand and probably endeared him a little bit more to the jury. It only matters how Amber Heard is presenting herself. And with her frustrated face, I don't believe it. There's no tears. It's crocodile tears. Her face is dry. Zoom in on her face right now. Look at that. There's no tears on her face. And in fact, again, let's just look at the logistics of it. Right then she's talking about him doing this cavity search in a mobile home. Okay, so there's very limited space and she's standing up. Okay, so how does that work? Think of it logistically. If he's gonna search the inside of her vagina for cocaine, is he gonna do it with her standing and she's just gonna stand there and stand straddling with her legs open, buck naked in the middle of a trailer in Depp's bed?
And on my side of the bed was human fecal matter.
Now, let's listen to the corpse clip again.
After you said, let's drown her before we burn her, Mr. Depp, you said, I will f her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead.
Depp was justified in saying what he said. The words are still harsh and ugly, but he was justified. Depp was not actually going to drown and burn Heard. Depp never literally meant he was going to f*** Heard's dead corpse. He was angry. He was emotional. Depp was fed up with Heard. She pushed him too far, and Depp said something horrible that he regrets. Depp is like every one of us. And that's what I would tell the jury. If you don't believe her donating multiple millions of dollars to two very honorable charity associations such as the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, then how are you supposed to believe anything that comes out of her mouth about Johnny Depp striking her? You can't.